Hey guys. So tonight I am going to just break down a little symbol. So I believe that it is the Galactic Federation symbol. The A-Team Ashtar command. So, like, pretty sure, you know, pretty sure, this, I've been working through this, so, you know, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, it's a circle, and then, let's go this A in the circle. And so I've been told that it starts at this side, it comes down, goes up, and it's an A. So you know, I believe this is the Galactic Federation, the Ashtar command. It's I believe it's an insignia, right? Symbol. So I've been you know, going through this symbol, the meaning of it, because you know, I love my symbols, you know, and they have given me a couple of symbols, and you know, this is very similar. We'll start there. It's very similar in the fact that it is a circle and 3 lines. 3 lions. And the alliance. 3. Anyway. So I've gone through some other symbols that I've, you know, previously gotten, which, you know, again is a circle and 3 lines. So I've had this kind of one come through in my mind's eye. What's another one? So, you know, another circle and 3 lines. What's another one? The A1 symbol, which I believe is this one. I've had this one come through. I'll try and stay on topic, but you know, you turn it around, it's like the E and the O and a Y and an O, and yeah, this is like 1 and an X and an O, the XO. Anyway, so back to the Galactic Federation symbol. So I've been, I guess, guided to, you know, explain it a little bit, and you know, I guess why they wear it as their insignia. So basically, well, straight up you might be thinking, well, that looks like the Fantastic Four insignia. Yeah, the Fantastic Four. Getting powers from the a space anomaly, or the radioactive kind of space juice, and it gives you supernatural abilities that the Fantastic Four have. Anyway, not exactly related, but you know, kind of movie. You know, movies. There's a bit of truth in all these. You know, movies that we see. It's very interesting that. How spot on some of these movies are, like Star Trek and all these things. They are, you know, all these ideas that humans have, you know, they come from somewhere. Anyway, so back to this. So the Galactic Federation symbol, or Ashtar command, you know, the A-team, which, you know, has come through to me, the A-team. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, basically it's an A. It could be a 4. Anyway, so like straight away in my kind of realize that it is very close to being, you know, the pentacle, or you really, you know, a star. So all you need to add there is, you know, that one, and it becomes a star and a circle, or, you know, a pentacle or pentagram or 5-pointed star. And, you know, each way you look at it, you can still see this A coming through. And the circle. So going back to the circle, going back to the circle and the A. So the O and the A and the O, the alpha and the omega. And that is the real message that, you know, is coming through with the Galactic Federation. Here is, you know, the alpha and omega joined, and, you know, the omega for the alpha for the omega. And, you know, you just spin that on its side. It's 1 and X and the O. So we've got XO and the 1, or 1x9 and the whole. So I also believe that this is a little hint at the 9, the group of 9, or, you know, the creators. What do you guys call yourself? The 9. One for all. I mean, this is also come through a little bit. So I get a lot of channelings from the 9, the 9 lives, the cats, you know. I don't exactly know. I've kind of heard that there is a council of 9. 9 what? 9 individuals, 9 beings, 9 systems, 9. It's at the 9th dimension, the 9th density, the creators, the overlookers. The overlookers just came through. The wise ones, the elders. So I think that's a little bit of a hint with that as well. But so we'll also look at, because it's like a 4, we've got, you know, the A, and it's also like a 4, and we've got the 1 and the 10, and a lot of this message, the 1 for all and all for one. 1 for all, I mean 10 is all. I also see the 1 for all as 148, and the 10, the X, is the 8. It's the infinity. 1 for infinity, infinity for 1. You know, 1 for all for 1. And this is the 1, the whole 1 to 10. It's the whole, you know, 1 for all for 1. The Alpha and the Omega, star family. I mean, Pentacles in tarot are also very much related to wealth, money. I mean, what is money? It's wealth, wisdom, wealth of being, a wealth of life. What's true wealth? It's the Alpha and Omega combined to make the star, you know, like, oh God, I'm seeing an apple here. The wisdom. Anyway, so if that's an A, and to get the star, we've got to add this. It kind of, if it's a letter, I would say it would be a C. So then we've got CAO or COA. I'm not sure if the C, I mean, that could be Christ, or the ACO, like the A-team as in company, C, or C could literally mean C the OA. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, that C is cutting that apple into thirds. Anyway, moving on. Where was I? Yeah, all for one and one for all. And the Alpha and Omega. And the one, like one love between the Alpha and Omega, within yourself and within partnership, within society, within everything. Like, this is the forces of nature, the laws of the universe. Yeah, so again, it's like plus and minus. It's it is the magnetic and electric. It is the positive, negative. It is the feminine, masculine. And you know, these combining, making the whole. that's the power of the one, you know, type thing. Like this is like, you know, universal laws of this, and this is this type thing. And you know, this is what we've got here, the alpha and omega, feminine, masculine, magnetic, electric type thing, the battery charge. This is source, like plug-in type thing, all for one and one for all. The nines time, 1x, and you know, could be x1 there. 11 is a very, you know, a power number. 911 is a very prominent, you know, angel number. Yeah, and one for all for one, we're talking about the musketeers, the three musketeers. Again, we've got the three lines. You know, if we did this in colour, each one of these lines would be the primary colours, you know, yellow, blue and red. You know, the power of the three. Making the 9, and you know, and then we're coming back to our 9 chakra points, making the entire rainbow. You know, and our rainbow has, you know, 9 colors, 9 points, not 7. What else? Oh, yeah. And so moving on from that, the all for one and one for all, the idea, like I watched the Three Musketeers the other day to refresh my memory, and you know, the spirit, the vibe of that movie and the Musketeers, very much, you know, the light warriors. They are, you know, they're the A-team. They are the Galactic Federation. It's the spirit of it. It's the same spirit. They're like the Musketeers. You know, fighting for the good. I've been getting a lot of kind of Japanese energy coming through, and I believe that Galactic Federation, the Pleiadians, and the nine team do have like put a lot of good work into that area of the world. Channeling wise and wisdom wise, it's really held on to the true nature, the true vibe of their messages, I believe. So, and you know, we all kind of know the artistry that Japan has held on to within their systems. So you can kind of grasp the vibe like the samurai, like a true samurai warrior, the integrity, the morality, the craftsmanship, the dedication to oneself, one's development, one's craft, what's the word, like the community, the respect for nature, for craft, for art, for one another, for the respect for integrity and, you know, this kind of thing. So it's that kind of message within this symbol, within the Galactic Federation. They hold a lot of these beliefs. Like, for example, you know, we are all kind of aware of the Japanese kind of vibe. What I'm kind of getting at is that kind of vibe within the Galactic Federation and what this symbol really means, and the general vibe that they've got going on. Teachers, craftsmen, samurais, the art of the geisha. Like, we're not talking just, you know, martial arts. We're not talking just fighting. We're talking the craftsmanship of literally everything, of every interaction, of every craft, of every moment, whether it be like sex, like the art of the geisha, which is not just sex. The art of the geisha is like the art of the feminine, whatever she does. It's very the art of every aspect of the feminine, from dressing, makeup, hair. Like, it is just next level. Like, yeah, it's just like top shelf. It's top shelf artistry in whatever you do. And applying yourself with respect and freaking passion and creativity to these things. And, you know, and the samurai is the kind of the masculine side of this vibe. Like, you got a geisha or a samurai, and, you know, the artistry and dedication and, you know, all these things behind it. I watched Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon the other day as well. Like, these energies, these Japanese kind of, and The Last Samurai, I've watched that recently as well. Like, I mean, all that kind of energy's been coming through with me. And, you know, the dragons are really really big with me. And obviously, you know, the cats as well, like the cat dragons. And it's that vibe. Alright, where am I going with now? So we've got a Fantastic Four, the sun, turning us into ultra men and women, supermen and superwomen. We've got the pentacles and the stars, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, AC, and we've got AC, IX. They're the letters that, you know, we can kind of see in there. I would also say that it's very close. I don't know, I don't want to reach or anything. So if that's a C, that would be a U or a V. UV, CUV. And it could be obviously an A or an N. I'm just going with the flow here. See if there's any other messages. I mean, this here, 9's time, yeah. See this here, like I said, it's like the infinity, right? You can kind of see the infinity, but it's also like a time, like a sand. Our timer, what do you call those? An egg timer. An egg timer. The sands of time. Hourglass. An hourglass. XIO. What else? DC. Also S and Z. Zorro has come through quite a bit as well. You know, I don't know if like I'm reaching with these letters or whatever, but I mean, this is how they kind of teach me or train me, just by you know, looking outside the box and having a think. Like, that kind of looks like a P. Looks like a Y here. XB. Anyway, like, I mean, this is what, you know, you can get out of a symbol like this. You know, this very much looks like the cross as well. You know, T, B, O, T, B, O. Very much like some rune symbols as well. I'm not sure of this rune, but that in itself that symbol. I'm pretty sure it's a rune symbol. It's like a chair, a stool. But anyway, so we've got T there as well, and B, like pretty much, all the letters are in there. Yeah, I just kind of got the idea, like with the pentacle as well, like you've got, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 lines. You've got the M and the W. So, joined there, M and the W. And so M is man, W is woman. Like you Google W and it comes up like woman. You Google M and it's like man. So we've got man, woman, alpha, omega. This here kind of looks like, oh my god, my telly just turned itself on. That's so weird. My telly literally just turned itself on. The remote is way over there and nothing's touching it. Ready or not. That's so fucking weird. Best of the world. Anyway, so my telly just turned on by itself. This also kind of looks like M and U and then Mu. And we got W, I, W, W, N. I'm not sure. What? A, V, N, avian. See, look at that. A, V, N. The avians. And that could be part of this as well. A, V, and avian. The birds, the feathers. Ra, Horus, the aliens. Yeah, anyway, so, the power of, I mean, this is what it is all about. Getting back to the our mission, the Alpha and Omega, one for all and all for one. The sweet spot of the one love, becoming unified, the Alpha and Omega within us all, within partnership. This is the vibe, the musketeers, the samurai, the geisha, the passion, the dedication, the craftsmanship, the artistry, the power of love. And throw in a little bit of Fantastic Four, a little bit of sun juice, making us ultra alphas and ultra omegas, and leaning against each other, the plus and the minus, the electric and the magnetic, touching, combining, creating this power, making us, superhumans, whole and stars. I'm just kind of also seeing here this other symbol that you kind of see around. I don't know if there's a circle in it, but this one, like the V and the A kind of joined, creating the little diamond in the middle. I'm not sure if I've seen it in a circle, but it's kind of like a bird's beak, isn't it? I like the aliens, like the little beak there. Thoth, Ra, Horus, Osiris. That symbol there as well, like it's kind of like greater than, less than, and even just putting those together makes the X, which is the sweet spot. We've got lift off, we've got take off, we've got contact, we've got the power, like the circuits connected. When the alpha, omega, when the plus, minus, magnetic, electric, when the two sides connect, you've got, connected circuits. That's how you make light work. This is what it's all about. So, yeah. I get a lot with the very much like connect the dots and pick up sticks, like what shape can you make with 3 sticks. I mean, obviously, like then you've got your 3 sticks, you've got your triangle and your circle. The triangle and the circle, both massively powerful things. You connect it like the Trinity, the trifecta, the triquetra, and quintessence, like the circle, the triangle with a square in the middle is quintessence, which is the symbol for hydrogen on the alchemist's periodic table. Hydrogen, quintessence, and quintessence is like supreme beingness. Being as like hydrogen, it's like the highest. It's everything. Hydrogen. I don't know too much about hydrogen, but I think it is everywhere. I think, we've got like It's in air, it's in water, it's in everything. I think it's it's the circle, hydrogen. And kind of getting the hydrogen there as well, the hydra. Hydrogenetics. Bit of dragon kind of. Hydra, is that a water dragon? Hydra? Not sure. A water dragon, I mean, that brings to mind water and fire, which has been coming through heaps lately. So the power of water and fire, which is, you know, the power of steam, heat rising, fueling. So, you know, solar power, solar hot water, the solar stream. So yeah, I mean, water, fire, steam. The A team is the steam team. It's the dream team. The dream is for everyone to rise. The power of the sun heating us, our water and fire rising. Passion is steamy. Anyway, so they're just kind of saying a hexagon around the circle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A hexagon or an octagon? Anyway, or a septagon. The octagon, hectagon. 6 or 8. It's got to be the octagon. Hey, the 8. Yeah, so you've got 4, 3, 1. Is that like the golden rule? I don't know. Anyway, so the 1 for all. Yeah, 1 for all there again. So, and obviously the 3 lines of the triangle. So, and quintessence quin is 5. So, quintessence being supreme beingness, enlightenment, is quin means 5, so it's like 5, the 5th essence, the 5th element, supreme being. Yep, so we've got, 5, 1, 3, 4. Fifth element, an octagon, the 8 around that, like protecting it, the all. What are we missing there? 2 and 6. The 2 obviously is the plus minus, it's the man, woman, it's the masculine, feminine. So that's a duality. That is, magnetic, electric. So that's the 2. The 6, the hexagon. The hex is gone. The hexagon. The hive. I mean, maybe there's a hexagon in there somewhere too. The 6, the 6 and the 9 make the 8. 69. Alright, this is the, I'll finish up with this one. So 69, it's the yin yang, it's the masculine, feminine. It's the sign of Cancer. 69, it's a sexual position of completing the circuit. It's completing the circuit. It is, this in itself, like the 9 here. So, we've got 9 and we've got Roman numerals. We've got 9 and we've got 6. That's 4. 9 and 6. So, pretty much both those are in there. We've got the V and the 1, and we've got the X and the 1. The 69, it's the alpha and the omega, the 6 and the 9, right? And you combine, join the flow of the 6 and the 9, makes infinity. It makes the 8, right? Kind of like talked about this a little bit before, like the 6 and the 9, and the flow, when they're joined, they create the 8. It's the yin and yang spinning, creating the 8, or the infinite, and pretty much completing the circuit, creating the circle, creating the whole, the yin yang, completing that, the 2 sides, the positive, negative, 6 and the 9. So there's that aspect. It is creating the whole of the masculine, feminine, the alpha and the omega. And so I've been playing with this one a little bit. So we've got the 9, which is a G. We've got the 6, which there it looks like a B, but you flip that, mirror it, mirror it, like the magnet, like it's connected with the G, with the 9. So the 6 mirrored is like the D. So the 9 and the 6 make a G and a D. Combined, they make the O, my God. God. So 9 and 6 make God. Good golly. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's I'm just playing with different ways like the letters look, but basically, you know, the 9 and 6 are exactly the same. You know, 69, like a 6 and 9. You know, it's and you know, you know, play around with it. This is where it all comes from, guys. Like, it's even it's the freaking what a twister looks like. This is how weather works. This is everything. This is how the universe looks. It's a spiral galaxy. You know what I mean? This is how we work. It's the 69 combined. It's the power of forces. It is God. It's the G-O-D. It's the 609, 69. You know, if you're seeing little, you know, orbs, if you look closely at the little orbs flying around, this is what they freaking look like. You know, obviously spinning a lot faster than this, but this is how our energy works. It's the masculine, feminine, the magnetic, electric, like literally creating a tornado. Like we are a weather, we're a weather system like type thing. We are a twister. And it all comes down to, you know, combining our forces, the 6 and the 9, the masculine, feminine, positive, negative, or it. Here's another one. The you know, the plus and the minus, positive, negative, T and I, it. The it factor. You know, the cross. I mean, this is a thing, like Christ, the cross is a plus, not a cross. I mean, an X is a cross, and the cross is a T. you know, cross plus T, exit, ticks, Nike, tickets, ticks, your +1, T minus 10 times, the 9s times, X factor, yeah, anyway. Basically, the cross, the T, the X, plus and minus, you know, you join the plus and the minus. There's the cross and the holes. That's the ankh. That's the key. That's the open door using the key. And then, you know, it gives you legs because you're standing on your stable triangle, trinity of self. Yeah, stickman is that's your ankh. You've got your hole and the trinity, you know, and you've joined your forces. You know, joining forces, it is that within self. And back to the vibe of the Galactic Federation and all their teachings, all these symbols and little messages and hints that they've left for us all in so many different ways. This is the vibe. The Alpha and Omega combined. It's one love. It is, you know, the cross. It's the Christos Sophia. You know, your masculine, feminine, crisscross. Your crisscross fire. The blue flame, the violet flame, the blue flame and the red flame creating the violet flame. Saint Germain giving you a new brain. Putting the peacock feather in your cap. But you know, basically that's it. The name of the game. Oh yeah, and T-A-O, the Tao. T-A-O. It's the Tao. Which is the whole Japanese, it's the vibe of the Tao Te Ching. The yin yang, the Tao Te Ching. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but you know, it's the Tao. It's the A and the O and them joining forces with the T, the X, the plus. It's the A plus. It's the A plus. It's the A plus O. Cheers, big ears. So, you know, like Confucius is just another Thoth, Hermes, it's all the same. We'll see what the I Ching has to say today. We'll get a little message. "45. Gathering. Creating success. With the king's presence, there is a temple. Fruitful to see great people creating success. Constancy bears fruit. Using great sacrificial animals. Good fortune. Fruitful to have a direction to go. This may mean an eternal gathering, investing, an eternal fortuitous slip of the tongue there. This may mean an external gathering, investing with others in a common purpose, or an internal one, eternal. You are integrating your many roles and strengths. Explore shared routes, perhaps seeing people for guidance to align your efforts with your purpose, and understand mundane daily activities as part of a larger story. What is asked of you? What are you investing in?" Making it a big grey circle. The 50 Shades of Grey. Or just, one shade of grey rather than black and white. 69 shades of grey. And 11. Flow. Small goes, great comes, good fortune, creating success. Flow is a sign of the full expression of tremendous creative energy and spiritual power. Create harmony with the greater flow and pour its energy into creative manifestations. Pettiness and small concerns are swept away so that free communication and great things become possible. How will you work with this extraordinary potential? How can you channel the flow of energy to create harmony? So yeah. This is how we achieve our pentacles. It's how we become stars. Yeah. So, play with it yourself and look into it. But yeah, basically, it all comes down to that. Said it all. So that was it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed.